Sometimes people. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from wherever you are listening around the world. So excited to get this broadcast started. This is your Elevated Living Show, bringing the latest in information, spiritual technologies, and energies for the fifth dimension and beyond. We are shifting in consciousness. People who are aware and awakened are listening to this show are often in that space of shifting their own consciousness. So this Elevated Living Show brings you the latest in information and spiritual technologies to support you and your awakening process. I am your host, Amanda Marie Masters, and so excited to be broadcasting with you today with one of my very dear friends and very special people on this planet, Miss Ashley Lee. How are you, Ashley?
Hello, everyone. I am great. I am fantastic. What a wonderful day to be sharing with you and everyone here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me, Ashley. I'm excited to talk about some of the stuff we have coming up together. And first, I want to talk about energetically what's going on globally and galactically for us. First of all, if you're coming on, let me know where you're broadcasting or you're listening from. So go ahead and comment on where you are listening from. I also want to know how you're feeling today with the new moon and the solar eclipse and this huge waves of energy coming in, the solar flares and plasma and things that are helping to really awaken us in mass consciousness. I'd like to know how you're feeling. And go ahead and share this out. I will be offering a free 45-minute session to whoever shares out the most today. So go ahead and do that. So happy that you all are joining from different locations around the world.
We really are.
Yeah, it's exciting. So I'm going to talk a bit about Miss Ashley here, but first what I'd like to do is, like I mentioned, talk about what's happening here energetically, globally. We've had a huge shift happening on our planet, a big awakening. This started about a week or two ago in terms of the energies coming to the planet for this big awakening process. It really peaked, and it's still peaking through the last 24 hours with the new moon energy coming in, and the eclipsing, the solar eclipse. So it's the eclipsing of the sun. It's like the removal of what no longer serves you, as well as being in the new, in the darkness, in the black. So allowing you to step into this higher state of consciousness or awareness that is you. This is a huge event happening right at the beginning of the year this year. This is an event they are calling a big wave of awakening. Okay, so there's a lot of beings here on the planet that are shifting into a higher state of consciousness. It can mean so many different things for you. It can mean, you are looking at your life or feeling different in terms of how you feel about your relationships, your work, your health. No longer, you can't stand certain habits anymore. I've got to make change. I've got to clean out my house. Whatever that drive is, it is this awakening to a new level of consciousness. I see some people have already been commenting saying, oh, I feel great, I feel wonderful. And then sometimes other people, thank you so much for sharing, Miss Diana. Like I said, everyone share out there as much as possible. And what I will do is offer a free 45-minute session for whoever shares the most today. Okay. For some people, it's like you're in this flow. I found for me over the last couple of days, I was having a rough time energetically up until about Christmas Eve day. I felt like I was trying to get so much done, and it just was like I was playing catch up, and almost feeling kind of exhausted at times. Christmas Eve day, something shifted for me where I just fell into presence with my family members and other people of the community, and I felt so much better. I felt grounded. And ever since then, things have really shifted for me. And there's been a lot of serendipities, a lot of new clients coming on board for my different programs I have coming on. It's just been like this flow. I meet someone and then they're ready to do the program. It's just been real easy. And so I've had to get used to the ease of it, right? Because even if things are better, you may not be used to it. Your habits and things may be used to more of a struggle or whatever that is. So you have to learn to be in gratitude for the success or the ease of things and to trust. So that's what I found for myself. And then I know people who have been feeling like aches and pains, almost like muscle aches, they've gotten a big cold that's taken them down. They've had health issues that have just literally wiped them out for like a couple days or a week. And this is for the upgrading and your own technology within your body. As I've spoken about before, we are these toroidal fields of energy and light. Okay, so the biggest key right now, no matter what you're experiencing in this awakening process to a new higher state of consciousness, the absolute biggest key, okay, is to keep your energy moving, keep the chi flowing, keep your blood oxygenated, keep your body healthy, right? So it's to eat healthy, it's to make healthy choices for your time. Moments of solitude are really important right now. Drinking lots of water, healthy supplements, really considering yourself, right? So during the holidays, I found especially with 3 children, you can find yourself trying to always appease everyone in your family, your friends, or whatever to catch up and to spend more time. Highly recommend you take that time for yourself first. So if it's going for a walk, and nature is extremely important, hugging trees, walking on the beach, watching the leaves blow on the trees, taking that moment to come to immediate awareness for yourself really helps elevate your consciousness and support the shifting of everything around you. So I just want to make that very clear with this huge awakening happening. You must adhere to how you're feeling because your cells are integrating a higher level of vibrational frequency or consciousness that needs to be healthfully as possible integrated. Okay, so what this means is that you're now resonating at a higher vibrational frequency, which if you could be clearing out the old. You could be moving. Sometimes people are feeling real emotional and then they get through it to the other side. They're like, I don't even know why I felt that way, but they're in this huge shift of consciousness. So I want you to be aware of what's happening to you personally with this big awakening right now, with the new moon, the solar eclipse, all these different energies coming to the planet, and do your best to stay in balance. Do your best to stay here. So what I want to do right now is the toroidal field energy breathing technique to really get your energy cleared and unstuck. Let me show you a picture again real quick of what I'm talking about here. While I'm grabbing this, like I said, whoever shares out the most will get a complimentary 45-minute session with me. It's real important people get this energy and information. So please share this out. As this is one of our big awakening moments for all of us. I'm trying to get my phone to flip here. Come on, phone. Not cooperating. Okay, here we go. Now, this is what I've been showing you in different sessions or shows lately. This is our toroidal field of light, okay? We're going to get this energy cycling today. We're going to get this energy moving right now to help ground us, no matter what you're experiencing in the physical body or what's happening in your environment. This energy will help clear also. This is how your energy communicates with others. Your electromagnetic field communicates with others' electromagnetic fields. So we're going to go through the process of fortifying our field so that we are feeling more grounded in our energy. Okay, so this is what we're going to do right now, and then I'm going to give an official introduction to my lovely friend Ashley here and talk about what her and I are up to. So with that being said, I want everyone to get comfortable. Okay, everyone to be ready for this next level of shifting and energy and healing. I see all of you coming on, so many dear friends, loved ones. I love you all, as well as wonderful beings around the world. So happy for you to join. Thank you so much. I feel and experience your light. This is one of the wonderful things about going live, is that this energy gets generated that is so powerful, as you are all beacons of light around the world. So with that being said, I want everyone to get comfortable. We're going to do this toroidal breathing technique, okay? And the whole purpose of this toroidal breathing technique is to really get the energy moving, get our blood oxygenated, and we are this toroidal field of light, which I was just showing you. So it gets energy unstuck. If you have other people's energy in your field, if you have, been around friends and family for the holidays, it gets the energy moving, and it supports this ascension to the next level of consciousness. Okay, so when we start, I want you to take a deep breath into your tailbone, into your base root chakra. We are going to inhale up your chakra system, up the spine and spinal cord. And when we exhale, I want you to blow the air out of your crown chakra and around. So it's going to cycle. The energy is going to cycle. We're going to continue to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to get this energy really cycling. You may feel a little lightheaded and things as you're really oxygenating your blood. You can stop at any time, and when you stop, you're going to feel the cycling of energy happening as it's going to open your electromagnetic field to connect into the quantum field of light and allow more light into the physical body. So ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out. Off the top of the head. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Up. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out the top. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out the top. Two more. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out the top. Take a deep breath in. Up the spine. Exhale out the top. Just allow this energy to cycle through the body. You may feel the energy literally cycling, like I showed you, that toroid or electromagnetic field of light. I want you to experience what your field feels like around you, what the borders of your field are. So it's like you're feeling the borders of your field around you now. You're experiencing this bubble of light that is you. As you created this toroidal field, you really open your field of light and energy. And we are now going to fortify this electromagnetic field, this bubble of light around you, as you have really, the breathing has really expanded. So we are now going to pour down this beautiful crystalline light energy, and it's going to surround your field, fortifying your energy in your field with light, keeping your frequencies in a higher vibration. So your cells are now vibrating at a higher level of consciousness. Your the water in your body, you're made of about 80% water, is becoming more crystalline as it's vibrating at a higher frequency. You are now activating your DNA, decoding the DNA and activating higher states of consciousness to allow more light into the physical body, which becomes biophotons, which organizes everything in the physical body. We are fortifying this field of light that is around you. What that means is now for the rest of today, you're going to be feeling this energy and responsiveness. When other people come into your field, like I showed you, you're going to force them to raise their frequency versus dropping down to their energy. So it's like they're here and they're going to be forced to raise up with your fortifying of your energy. It's not going to impact you like it would if you were completely open. We have fortified your field with a much higher vibrational frequency of crystalline light. Okay, we're now going to allow this white light into the body. Okay, we're going to bring this beautiful beam of light energy down into your crown chakra, filling your head with light, your third eye, your throat chakra, your shoulders, down your arms, out your hands. Light coming out your hands now, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, out the throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, down through the floor, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth, just really illuminating your entire body, allowing this vibrational frequency to continue to raise, bringing balance in this higher state of consciousness, allowing these energies to resonate and vibrate. Feeling the cycling of oxygenated blood through your body. Recognizing and aware of this feeling of higher state of consciousness, higher vibration that you're feeling now. When I count from 5 to 1, I want you to come back and open your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wake up, come on back, open your eyes. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's happening in the body with this energy that you have now opened, this toroidal field that you have now shifted. Let me know how you're feeling. I'd like to share some of those comments. How are you doing, Miss Ashley?
I'm doing amazing. That was fantastic.
Good.
I experienced a very large toroidal field, as large as the Earth. It was amazing.
Ooh, beautiful. So what we're talking about is connecting into the quantum field. And really, you know, Mother Earth has her own toroidal field of light. And what's exciting is in situations like this, where people are tuning in from all over the world, we can all connect our toroids into Mother Earth's toroidal field of light and bring that higher light or vibrational consciousness into Mother Earth's toroidal field of light and really allow that light to spread across the world, which is beautiful. It's a much higher grid of energy, information, and technology for us to connect into to share globally, which is really, really wonderful. So go ahead and continue sharing how you're doing. And I am going to introduce my dear and wonderful friend here, Miss Ashley Lee. Ashley Lee, RN, BSN, CCRN, which you have to explain to all of us what that is. Ashley is a medical medium who sees, hears, feels, dives into a clear sense of knowing and speaks to all energetic levels in the body, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, to discern the breadth and depth of entangled, discordant energies which create illness, conditions, and dis-ease. Through these levels of assessment, she then moves into action to remediate the energies, bringing them into balance, vitality, and the restoration of vital force energies in the body like never before, inside the context of supporting the highly sensitive and multi-sensory children and adults with integrity and authenticity to spring forth the person's true divine nature, allowing the children to create a world where their true natured expressions are seen, heard, and understood, being all they truly are. So explain to the world right now that's listening what exactly all this means and what you're up to.
Well, first start with my signature file. I'm a registered nurse, and then I also have a bachelor's degree in science and nursing. So 30 years of critical care, pediatric critical care nursing. And then also the CCRN is critical care nursing certified. What I also do, though, is move all of that medical knowledge and understanding into intentions and processes to support physical physiology, mental physiology, emotional physiology, and spiritual physiology, that all of those aspects actually combine down into the whole being. And it affects our biology. It affects our ecology. It affects everything in and around our being in that toroidal field that we illuminated this morning, this evening, or anywhere you are in the world.
Yeah, it's like wherever you are, right?
So we call it time zone indifference, right? You're in the now moment all around the world, which is really amazing. And that's why I felt the opportunity to move to a larger toroidal field throughout the whole entire globe, to include everyone and no one left behind.
I love it.
What we do is support the children and really connecting to their inner guidance And what that means is that inner guidance, right, can be our physical body anywhere, any level, right? It can be all the way to the outside, like our skin or our hair or our muscles, right? All the way to the inside, our bones, our blood vessels, our DNA, our cellular activity as well. And then it can include all of the areas of what we're thinking, what we're intending, what we believe, what we know is true or not true, what we emotionally feel and connect to others, and how
Oh,
we
we have
relate to
Ashley. I don't
our
know if you can
world
hear me, but you
others.
froze for a moment. I think you're frozen on our show.
Okay.
You can also, if you can hear me, Ashley, you can go back out and come back in just as easily. Um, so what I want to say while I think she's frozen and I'm good. Just let me know, guys. Comment real quick and let me know that we're good. Yeah, she's going to come back. Katie Bray, hello, my darling Katie Bray. Katie's going to be starting a show here on the Akashic Academy Network um, in February, which I'm so excited about. Are you there?
I'm here.
You're
I
back.
I froze.
I know that happens. Well, let's just take a moment to ground the energy and really
Yes.
fortify our connection here on this show. I've actually been pretty successful at keeping going, even though there's such high frequencies that come through in this show. What I was saying for a moment before you get started again is Miss Katie Bray's on here. Do you know Katie, Ashley?
I don't think so. Not
Okay.
yet.
So, real quick, she was talking about how yesterday, she was feeling like crap because she's also an energy healer and she does a lot, psychic medium, and she does a lot of work in that field. And how yesterday afternoon she finally took time for herself. Yay, Katie!
Yay.
Congratulations. I mean, because you're always putting out for everyone. And watched movies with her husband and feels great today. So, this is what I'm talking about. If you are hitting a wall, you have got to adhere to what you're feeling and quiet, center, take time for yourself right now during this huge shift and integration and awakening. More important now than ever. Okay, continue.
It's perfect. So what we're doing together through Center for Conscious Kids, we have created a children's meditation program. And inside that program, Amanda is supporting us and in this whole initiative to support us in connecting children and their family, their family, anyone in their family, their moms, their dads, anyone, siblings, grandparents, anyone who's caring for them. What we wanted to do was connect them to their inner guidance. And there are ways to facilitate that. You just facilitated that, right? To our toroidal, or our energetic balance and flow through our body. And that can be combined in many, many ways as well, right? You can bring in colors. You can bring in who you connect to divinely. You can bring in physical energies. You can bring in mental energies, emotional and or spiritual, into that toroidal field as an intention to really brighten that awareness within you. And that's what we're here to do to support in the children's meditation program, is to create that brightness within all of us, and also for the kids. So we are dedicated this year to supporting practitioners of all types to come into this space on video so that we are able to share for kids and families across the world, across the globe, an invitation and an opportunity to experience the energy patterns that practitioner provides. And there's lots and lots of ways to provide levels of understanding of how to connect. So, for example, like you just did, Amanda, which was so beautiful, was connecting the energy field, that toroidal field. There are others that connect. We have a kahuna in Hawaii that helps us connect to nature, the ocean, the wind, and the land. We have other people that do musical therapy in different ways through lyrics, through music, through singing bowls, gongs, drums, and other instruments that connect us musically to our hearing, to our seeing, to our feeling it vibrate through our body kinesthetically. There are people who organize, for example, and work with children and families who help them set that space, that opportunity to connect to their inner guidance and organize their space, their physical space, so that their inner spaces are clean and supported and colorful, and create the magic and the music and the really entice our sensory awareness, so that we don't feel so overwhelmed in the world and we feel like we can join.
That right there is extremely important.
Yes.
What you just said right now, in terms of really allowing for providing information, energy, and what I call spiritual technologies to support the security of your energy, in a sense, right? So that you're not bombarded with being more sensitive. A lot of people on here are very empathic, very sensitive, and they, can feel like they're overwhelmed by other people and their energies, or they can take on other people's energies without realizing it. And same with children. So I want to back up just for a moment, Ashley. And you were talking about, talking about this children's meditation we're running together. So you dove into that. So I want to explain to people a little bit more about what you're talking about. So Ashley is actually an RN at our local children's hospital, and she's been working with, is it the intensive, like where do you work at the children's hospital?
In the cardiovascular ICU, where children are born with congenital heart defects, and they require mostly surgical intervention to correct and balance their heart so that they live happy, healthy lives.
So I think that's real important to share, that you have the medical side, right, in terms of understanding our physical body, and then you use all your energy work and healing in the same capacity. And beyond that, you started the Center for Conscious Kids Network, which is really an opportunity for people to find resources for family members and children who are highly sensitive, have health issues, whatever's going on. People are seeking alternatives for their children.
Right, exactly. And then not only just that, even just alternative lifestyle, so that they're able to find programs, food, schools,
right,
all kinds of opportunities to live consciously aware and open to the idea that they can be creators and conscious creators in their life, that they don't have to just settle or understand or just do what's been told to them, or that they have an opportunity to go explore the ocean, go explore their bodies, go explore each other's, get together in different camps and opportunities to share art, music, the animals on our planet, the opportunity for food preparation, for food shopping, all sorts of opportunities that people may not have known are available.
So you have all this available on Center for Conscious Kids, centerforconsciouskids.org, is that right?
Centerforconsciouskids.com.
Centerforconsciouskids.com. Check that out. So what she wanted to come up with was some sort of network for families and children to access ways for meditation, healing, different access points for energy, because all these children are coming in with their heart chakras opened and their crown chakras open, and they're awakened. They're in a much higher state of consciousness. So parents are trying to figure out how to manage their extremely sensitive children. So her and I are partnering on something called the Children's Meditation Network, which we are plugging into a much bigger global audience, where we will be, and I will be interviewing practitioners of all different kinds that work with children and families to share information and maybe a practice exercise on how to access safely your higher states of consciousness, how to clear your energy, how to quiet if you're angry, you're sad, you're this, how to ground your energy, especially, if you're a child of all different ages going through these shifts, as we all are, awakened and much highly sensitive. So we are starting, Ashley and I here are starting the Children's Meditation Network. We'll be posting more information on that, but the point of the Children's Meditation Network is to allow for children and families to find new ways of how to healthfully manage, emotions, um, energy shifts, and high sensitivities in that area, eating, all those kinds of things. So that's kind of what she was referencing here. I want to mention real quick, I've been clicking on trying to get the comments posted. This Be Live is supposed to allow me to post comments. It doesn't look like the comments are coming up. So I just want to let everyone know that I see all your comments coming in. There's been a lot of amazing stuff on here about how people are feeling. Yeah, so Tara, for example, we must pave the way for the generation to come. We are here to help them remember. I would recommend anyone listening to scroll through some of these comments. People were actually getting channeled messages too while they were doing the breathing, which is so beautiful. I think that's great. So people are also saying, actually, they're saying, fantastic. This is wonderful, what we're offering. So again, it's called the Children's Meditation Network. I'll be posting, on my business page here, Amanda Marie Masters. You can find more information there. And then Ashley Lee has, what is your business page for Facebook, honey?
I have many. The one is Center for Conscious Kids. Another one is Ashley Lee Healing. And another one is Access Infinite Knowledge.
Okay, so there are several ways. And how can people get in touch with you?
The best way is either through Center for Conscious Kids at Connect at Center for Conscious Kids on email, or Ashley Lee Healing, Ashley at AshleyLeeHealing.com. Those can be the best way. You can certainly private message me on Facebook, on Instagram or Twitter. There's lots of ways to connect.
Yeah, so wonderful.
What I wanted to share, one thing was about the children coming in.
Yeah.
And I think when we all grew up, I don't know, I started in the 60s, 1960s, and went from there. But I can share with you that many, if not all of the children on the planet have awoken already. And we don't have to show them the way anymore, so to speak, the younger ones. What we need to do is awaken ourselves that they know the way. The way is that they know that they're not separate. They're not separate from anyone or anything on this planet, the earth, the winds, the water, the land, themselves. We're not separate. We're connected. And that's why we feel and sense these sensory inputs. That's why we can feel other people's emotions. That's why we can see energies. That's why we can hear them and feel them and know them. And when we do that, that's when we feel more connected to each other, to ourselves. We grew up earlier in humanity. We grew up in a time where we were kind of afraid of our emotions, or we were afraid of bad thoughts, or bad behaviors or bad thinking. And instead, what we do is we recognize that we're human. We have those moments. It's okay, we have those moments. And we allow ourselves to understand what created those moments so that we can address that need. A lot of times when unfortunate or unhappy emotions or thoughts come through, it's because we're believing in something. We're believing that we can't have what we want, we can't make it happen, we can't do it, whatever it is. And so what happens is these children are coming in aware, and so their awareness is very different than when we were born. And they already feel connected, but they're unsure how to connect, mentally or orally or any ways of expression. They're not sure how to connect with people who feel disconnected. So I support you in asking, do you feel connected to me? And if they say yes, and they kind of giggle, then what you want to say is, do you think that I feel connected to you? And they might say no, or from time to time. And then, support this conversation with them, support this opportunity with them to join into that connection that they already perceive and feel and understand. Because they're not sure how to connect with people who don't feel connected. Does that make sense for everyone?
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is that the children now are coming awakened, and they're already highly sensitive. So, um,
Well, they're sensitive because they have acute awareness of the connection. So they
mhm,
feel connected to the trees, they feel connected to the wind, they feel connected to the sky, to the ocean, to the land. They feel connected to you, they feel connected to the dog or the cat or anyone around us, the birds, right? They feel connected. So when you see them connect, ask them, what is the bird saying? What is the wind saying? What does your room say, for example? What does mom say? What does dad say? What do you say? What does your inside self say? What does your inner guidance say? They'll start to share with you when we give them permission that it's okay to share that.
mm,
So I think that so what's really neat is that when you run across a child that's troubled, they went into a moment of disconnection as well. So help them center, breathe, say it's okay. You got a little disconnected, right? And breathe in and feel connected again, and then allow them that space for them to share with you.
this is
Be-
such beautiful advice, and even your energy. Ashley has the most beautiful, grounding, powerful energy, and just even listening to you speak right now, it's like I'm feeling comforted. I'm feeling grounded and comforted with the energy and information you bring through. So thank you.
yeah,
Some of the things people are saying are like, yes, my kids. We just have to show the children that it's okay. It's natural. Um, David Amathon, he's been commenting quite a bit. Um, he mentioned, let's see, indeed, and learn the lesson and grow. Beautiful. Um, Wanda says, "Oh yes, please. I could use assistance, tools, and support with my daughter and her gifts, especially with her learning disability." So,
right.
people know.
A lot of times to address learning disabilities, a lot of times learning disabilities are showing up because the kids are actually teaching us to learn differently, quite
Yes,
honestly.
they're coming in to challenge the current paradigms in place.
They sure are. And I don't know if it's a challenge. It's just, I think, just to bring in another awareness, right? Oh, we can learn this way or we can learn this way. We don't have to learn the same ways we've been learning for decades, if not centuries. And so that is an opportunity to see something different. So when you see a child behave or learn or speak or express differently than most, ask yourself, what does this child want to share? What does
Right.
this child want us to notice and understand? And then go to that level of the child, even if they have difficulty processing or speaking or emoting, go to the level of the child and experience in their world what they're experiencing and guide them a little bit to what we would call our world so that they can communicate and express in their world and then in our world as well, so that it bridges and blends the worlds. Because that's what they wanted to do, was blend the world. They just may not know how in the moment.
Mm,
And I wanted to share one thing too, and I shared this to my daughter, who's just almost has just turned 20 and working towards 21, so is becoming a young adult. And I shared with her many of the teenagers and above. Those are the kids that I notice energetically that are the last wave born into unknowing. And I can say that that's very challenging on the planet right now in 2019 because those children stand as the last of the transitionary time. And so they also can struggle sometimes with many misunderstandings because they were many of them were born forgotten, or they remembered but then immediately became a part of society that suppressed our remembering of who we are, what we
mm,
can do, and what we can bring forward
mm.
inside ourselves, inside our hearts. And so they need a big congratulations for being that bridge to connecting the younger ones that are coming in aware. So everyone on this planet, no matter what our age is, no matter what our maturity is or our abilities, we're all here to bring this transition to all of humanity. And it's very, very wonderful to see and appreciate everyone's roles, everyone's ideas, everyone's creativity to bringing this forward.
It's beautiful. Master work, master speaking here. Oh,
Thank
the
you.
energy you bring through is such a higher level of consciousness. It's very calming to me. So I can see how you will be working in the, ICU for at the Children's Hospital as well for heart patients, because you have this very master energy that comes through and really is very grounding and calming.
Yeah.
It's the
Well, and
very
I love working with all types of families and all types of people and highly sensitive children and children that really I want to bring in and move away from disease and conditions and illnesses, because I think we all can, and move into the idea of leadership and the leadership within ourselves, whatever that is that we are here to bring forward to the world. So whatever your passion is, whatever the children's passion is, let them explore that, let them expand that, and let them share, right, with the world what that is. And even in a multisensory environment, so that they sense and feel, because what if it's not strange or out of the ordinary? What if the ordinary is we are designed to connect to each other? We are designed to experience each other's emotions and thoughts. We are designed to notice what the birds want to share with us, what the wind wants to tell us, what the water is sharing and saying, what the earth needs or wants as well, right? And what if we can have those conversations with all of these different energetic patterns, because everything is energy, right? And all these, and relate to these in all the ways that we find we would like to support. And looking at the good in the world and flourishing that. We can focus sometimes on what's negative or what needs fixing or what is bad or not good. But what if we just acknowledge it and say, yeah, that's not so positive. Let's move on and focus on what is positive, what is working, and grow that. Because as we let go of what's so bad or awful or what we need to fix, a lot of times then we release giving power to that, and that problem starts to diminish, right? And starts to move away. And when we focus all collectively, each other in our communities, in our families, in our nations, and in the world, we start to change the world we'd like to see, right? And then we create that which we know in our hearts serves all.
Beautiful. Because we all are interconnected. My new saying is, be the light you want to see in the world. So
Yes.
that's a little take from Gandhi, a little different, but be the light you want to see in the world. Ashley, people are asking, how they connect in with the Children's Meditation Network. Do you want to answer that? What do you have right now that people...
Yes, what we have right now is we are beginning the process, and we have a way that people can register. They can register online at centerforconsciouskids.com, and it's under the it's on the navigation bar under resources, and it's called the Children's Meditation Program.
Children's Meditation Program. Okay, so
yes,
centerforconsciouskids.com. Centerforconsciouskids.com. I'm just making that announcement, and I'll put it in the comments as well. Centerforconsciouskids.com, and Children's Meditation Program is under the resources bar. Next Sunday, 9 a.m., I will be. We will have our first Children's Meditation Network show. So really, we had an episode 1 that we will air again, but this is like our official launch.
Yes.
So next Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, I will be actually leading a guided meditation of mindfulness for children.
It's beautiful.
And we'll be posting that. So you can go to her Facebook page as well, Center for Conscious Kids. There's a
Yes.
business page, Center for Conscious Kids, where that will be posted. I have my business page, Amanda Marie Masters, but Center for Conscious Kids, Facebook business page. This you can click and be a part of this first meditation that I will be running for children and mindfulness next Sunday at 9 a.m. Thank you so much for coming on, Miss Ashley. We must get off.
Thank you.
Big announcements, guys. We have our 1-year anniversary show coming up next with Spirit.
That's exciting.
I know. I'll be on that show. We have all our TV show, all our show hosts coming on. Very exciting. Led by Miss Bex Marie, Rhonda Elliott, and Teresa Warren. Spirit Sessions has been on 1 year now. The Akashic Academy Network has been launching these shows for 1 year, and we are at 12,000 people or 12,000 followers. It's amazing. So you guys are all a part of that. We are gifting people a ton of stuff. So coming up in just 15 minutes is a huge show. It's our anniversary show. Highly recommend everyone come. All the show hosts will be on. We will be offering free gifts. I think they're going to be auctioning stuff based on how much you share out and those kind of things. Again, that's Spirit Sessions at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just 15 minutes from now, tune back in. And you will be able to experience our 1-year anniversary show as the Akashic Academy Network, which is very exciting, led by Miss Bex Marie, Teresa Warren, and Rhonda Elliott. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining the Elevated Living Show today. How to live in the 5D consciousness and beyond, how to keep your vibration high and take care of yourself. Thank you so much for everyone that was commenting through the entire show. We weren't able to speak to all those things. I saw a lot, Ashley, of confirmation. Thank you so much, Ashley. That's what my teenagers like. That's what my kids are like. People want to find out more. So I'm excited about that. And thank you, everyone, for sharing your experiences through the breathing technique I did today. A lot of people are shifting in a big way. So everyone tune into the anniversary show in about 15 minutes here. A lot of free gifts. I'm giving away free 45-minute sessions. That's me. A lot of other show hosts are giving away a lot as well. So I highly recommend you tune in to the Akashic Academy Network. In 15 minutes, stay on this Facebook page, the Akashic Academy Network, as 56,000 followers. So Nancy Louise, who's a dedicated follower to all our shows, she's a wonderful contributor, wonderful woman, just said we now have 56,000 followers on the Akashic Network. In 1 year, that's phenomenal. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps everywhere because everyone that listens into these shows, projects them out. And they share them out to other people around the world so they can learn more about the Akashic Academy Network. Quick shout out to Miss Emily Harrison, the founder of the Akashic Academy Network. This woman is a phenomenal being here on Earth. Her and I started connecting about 1.5 years ago, and she was saying, I want to impact at least 10,000 light workers and bring more energy and information. 10,000. We're at 56,000, Emily. Let's bump the numbers up to 10 million, honey. We are on track to be projecting this positive energy and information as the Akashic Academy Network out in a very big way. So I want to thank all of you listening now for your contributions to all the shows on the Akashic Academy Network. This is my 11th episode, so I'm at episode 11. I thoroughly enjoy every time I come on this network because people are passionate about awakening, how to do it for themselves, how to do it for their community, their families. You are all wonderful. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing what we do. So thank you so much for everyone that's joining in. I love you all. I love you, Emily Harrison, my soul sister. You are an amazing, phenomenal woman. Thank you so much for leading this network. Miss Coach Nick, who's been my coach, highly recommend you check out his coaching stuff. I've been through his mastermind. It's amazing. Coach Nick is now running this network. Emily's got her own shows. She's got her own stuff going on. Coach Nick is actually running the show hosts. And Emily's the founder and CEO. So I love you all. Take care. Join us now in 10 minutes for the Akashic Academy Network anniversary show. Lots of free gifts. Love you all. Thank you, Miss Ashley Lee. I love
Thank you all.
for coming on. You were amazing, a magnificent master being here to support all of us. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love you all. Bye, guys.